I said it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're going to try to button up the CRX. Now, if you guys have seen the last video of the last update of this car, we got the VTEC head installed. Everything is buttoned up, and I did mention a few things that I had to take care of before carrying on, but the main necessity that I needed was my distributor and downpipe material. I had to do small things like the fuel line stuff. I haven't finished it because I had to take off that night, but Alex has returned my distributor, so we have that. My fuel line is almost done. I already did half of it right here. Thank goodness for extra PTFE-8 because now I have more than enough to make the new routings for my fuel line. I always prefer to use an OEM distributor when it comes to boosted cars, but I had to give my OEM distributor to pick. It was also OBD2, so I have to rely on this one given that it's OBD1 and my harness is OBD1, but regardless of the fact, it's going to work out. Now, OG subscribers, remember I had two binding papers that were right here that listed everything in those two black and yellow totes right there. And one of the totes showed that I had a downpipe from a single cam turbo kit that I had a long time ago. And it was a Spooling Performance downpipe, which used to belong to my cousin, which he sold to my friend, and my friend sold back to me. And here it is. So I'm going to be using this to make my new downpipe for the Ramhorn, and thank goodness this is 2.5 because that right there is gonna work out for my 2.5 outlet on the 28R. In this box right here, I have several 45 bends, and I don't know if I have a 90, but we'll make something of it. Another flex pipe, and I'm gonna be making the downpipe for the Ramhorn with my turbo clocked the other way, and get them fitted in the car. Damn, guys, almost, just almost. So I clocked the turbo and bolted onto the manifold the same fashion as it was on the log, right? The compressor is pointed on this side. The charge pipe and return line looked like it might have lined up, and the downpipe as well too. But the thing is, with the turbo curled backwards, it's literally hitting the block right there, opposed to the log manifold where I made the flange for the T3 more forward so we can have a lot more clearance. But this one, we have to run the exhaust on this side. One more update before I carry on. So I flipped the turbo, right? The two things that I was worried about was downpipe being ultra close to the radiator, but I think with enough pies I can make it clear. I've done it before. And the other side is the compressor housing now being so low down there that it's going to be hard to try to get an angle to go to the intercooler coupler right there. So this side is going to require a lot of pie cuts to get that curve and bend that I need to connect the two. But aside from that, it's 100% doable. And now the other issue that I found was I cannot use my catch can bung setup right here for the dash 10s because it literally interferes with the runner. So with the spare valve cover that I have right there, I'm gonna have to bung it for the rear and then paint that. Unfortunately, cannot use my chrome valve cover, polished valve cover, but it is what it is. We got to get this ball rolling. So now, for real, onto the fabrication. Got part of my downpipe tacked up. Now you're probably wondering why I am MIGging this instead of TIGging this. One, I ain't got no gas. Two, I ain't got no rods. And my last downpipe was all MIG as well, so I didn't have any issue with that. I'm sure I'm not gonna have any issue with this. It is TIGged on the flange because this was a pre-made downpipe. Right now, I just tacked this into place so it doesn't move. I was using the green tape right there on the floor to hold this together, but it kept falling apart because of the weight. And I got the other piece already right there. That's going to connect this guy to the back half of my existing downpipe because it's already bent for the transfer case. And I'm gonna bolt this downpipe back up, bring my MIG welding machine out here, tack that guy into place, make sure everything fits well before I take it off and fully weld it. Downpipe is done, but I'm not going to permanently put it on yet because the manifold still has to come out. There's no gasket in between. So right now I was going to do the dump tube, and then I realized that I got to do the intercooler to turbine housing, compressor housing, because I got to see how much space I have. Obviously I cannot turn this guy the other way because that's going to point directly at my my radiator. So I'm going to have to turn it towards the compressor side, but first I got to do the compressor charge pipe, so that way I know which way to route the dump tube. Man, if only I just go out the hood. I don't want to cut my hood, but anyways, I'm using the original piece that I made that went from here all the way across to the compressor when it used to be over here. So this right here goes to the turbo. It's kind of hard to show you this, but it comes from the turbo. I want to have it clocked like this. I'm going to clock it to the point that I'm going to have a mini gap between this and the block, right? And then I already made a sharp 90 right here previously. So what I'm going to do is imagine a turbo sitting something like that. That's going to go in the compressor, and then this is going to sharp out. I can trim this down a little bit more so I can kind of close this a little bit more from the frame rail, right? And then this should point directly to the intercooler. So I'm going to go ahead and mock it up real quick, and I'm going to show you how it looks. So using the old piece, I cut off the end here about, I don't know, 3 inches, and made it a straight. That goes straight into the coupler on the intercooler, about 3 inches, more than enough. And over here is about an inch, a little over an inch, but it's definitely enough to clamp it before the bead. And this right here is definitely going to work out. So what I'm going to do now is, I believe the last part is shortening the return line. You can kind of see that it's all the way over here, and I need to shorten it so it can come down to the center over here. Once we get that buttoned up, then we can kind of sort out our dump tube. Right now I don't have enough material. I do have a flange right here. I have this 180, super short 180, and then I kind of don't want to touch this because this is for the log. Whoa, 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 make sure I didn't hit my car, cut. Make sure I didn't hit my car, cut. My car! We were just talking about my car getting damaged just sitting here. No mummies. Grab his balls! Grab his balls! Grab his balls! You guys want to vape? Got you guys. I got my return line redone. I had to put a 90 right there. It still loops around, but it's a lot shorter. I cut about 4 inches off of that. And right now I am fixing to do my dump tube, and I got majority of my pieces. I got to cut this one right here and make this an angle, because how this is going to work is I'm going to try to get it away from the compressor so it's not sucking up hot dump, and I'm going to try to cut this piece to get an angle so that way the dump tube kind of angles towards the intercooler, and then it's going to point downward. I don't know if you guys can see that, and then that's going to go to the straight, right? And it's going to go all the way down there, and then I'm going to cut this guy in half to get this straight to point directly to the floor. It's kind of hard to show you because I'm trying to do this with only 2 hands.
Okay.
But You guys gonna see it right now. There it is, guys. Dump tube all mocked up. Clears the compressor housing, clears the traction bar, goes underneath, and dumps off right there. Now it's only tacked to the flange. I still got to clear out my table, but we are going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to finish this up tomorrow, hopefully. Grab some bolts and nuts for the flange and pull the manifold off, put the gasket on, and you know, throw a downpipe and the whole nine. So right now we're gonna go and grab something to eat with the squad. We've been chilling here all day, have not eaten anything, and I'm gonna wrap it up and see you guys tomorrow. It's getting dark again, but I've been putting in a lot of work, guys, and I got a couple more things to button up, but I'm kind of curious. I wanna fire this car over before I continue, because the several things that I need to do, we're probably gonna fall into the dark. Damn, Lucy, catching bugs or what? The only thing I got to do left is bolt the downpipe to the exhaust and coolant and bleed the coolant out. But everything is 100% bolted up to turn on the car, and I think we're gonna attempt to turn on the car right now. I did build a new line, no leaks. I don't smell fuel. Definitely got fuel pressure, although the gauge is broken. Oh crap. Let's do this. Prime it. Way low, but it is on, guys. Leaks. Wow, she's alive. B20 VTEC. Done. Engine's not hot at all. I'm gonna crawl underneath the car, connect the downpipe to the exhaust, and then I'm gonna fill it up with coolant, double check all the coolant lines, make sure nothing is leaking. I still have to make a throttle body bracket because the other one didn't work, and drop her back on the floor.